So I thought it might be good to see how we can combine our animation timeline with masks to create these kind of more intricate scenarios. And you can see here I've got a pupil inside of an eye shape that is moving around and changing. And that's kind of made transparent, or areas of that pupil are hidden by the use of a mask. So let's go ahead and do some animation with some masks. If I go back over here to my raw graphics, you can see that I've got a pupil, which we might call pupil. We've got also this eye shape, which I'll call eye. And that will act, the eye will act as the whites of the eye, but I'm going to create another version of that to use as a mask. So if I select the eye there and hit Command D on the keyboard, I'll create a duplicate of that, and I'm going to rename that to mask. So masks are very simple to implement. We'll select the things that we want to mask and the mask itself, and we'll make sure that the mask is right at the back of the layer stack. So we've got a mask right at the back of these items here. And then we'll come over here to this item, which is the Use Mask button, and we'll click that, and it will very simply hide everything that is outside of that mask area, which is great. So we can create these kinds of window type scenarios. So now I just need to animate the elements inside that mask, and areas will remain transparent. So for example, I'm going to, and this time I might turn on this auto keyframe button. You can try it out and get used to whether or not you like that or not. I don't seem to use it, but it's certainly an option. I'm going to turn it on, and what it will do is if I change a value, so I'm going to come up to 400, it's going to automatically create an animation option. So I'll come over here to 400, and it's going to, oops, I don't need to rotate it. I'm going to move it over here. It's going to add that animation as I go. So I've got this eyeball looking around the place, like so. And I'm going to copy this one right back to the start. And we'll play that. Awesome. And then I can also dig into these items that are inside the group. So you can see that I've got a bunch of options inside of here, and just maybe like sort of not options, but a bunch of elements inside that pupil. All of these can be individually animated. So perhaps we'll think about, I'm just going to add a keyframe for scale here. This period, I'm going to really dilate that eyeball. There we go. And I've also got this element here, which is the kind of shine in the eye, the highlight there, and that's made with a sweep. So I'm going to come to the sweep and create a keyframe here, and come to the end. I've forgotten to turn this on again. You can see that I don't use it that much. And I'm going to open that up so that there's more of a shine. So now we can see that we've got all these elements animating inside that mask.